Sorry about my hair.
John was in a talking.
You guys being mean to me.
and he was mid thought, and I just went shh, shh.
You shush me.
Sorry. You all right?
I'm upset.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. So first things first is oh great, okay, good. Okay, here's questions over. The health support. Yeah. So you said you had I can't remember what you were saying about the BVL Health Support. So we're supporting obviously on mental health and expectant mothers and postpartum all as well. What was your note, Amy, about that?
Oh yeah, it was just from the research. Sorry, I'm looking here because I'm doing the email.
You're mute, Amy.
Oh,
you're mute, or is this?
I'm
no,
not. It's just...
Hang on. Oh no, I've turned my speakers off. Sorry, Amy. I turned my speakers. Yeah. What was your note about that, Amy?
Yeah. So when I was doing the welcome policy, obviously did research like you suggested, and it said that there is like a general, it's basically incorrect to, so with our pregnancy stuff, it still obviously is for the purpose of diagnosing racism in the hospital process, but instead of like branding it as for pregnant mothers, we just might have to word it parents instead, just for the purposes that it's not only that, you know, biologically it's not only women that can get pregnant. So yeah, that's the thing, is to just change the wording. It still only serves the Black community, not looking at any other kind of discrimination, but to just change the wording so that any member of the Black community, regardless of gender, who is pregnant can still access them services.
The only thing is that if we do that, we risk alienating mothers, because one thing is a difficult one, because when you go into that area of giving birth, you're classed as really male or female, because transgender is a specific support. So when you go into hospital, there'll be certain medications they will give you based on how you were born, not how you identify. So when it comes to giving birth, how human beings are mapped is that what is known as the female reproductive organ is known as female, rather than well, I don't know what the rather than will be. So when it comes to supporting people who identify as female or male, it's a specific journey that medically I feel that we would need to know about, to kind of start changing names and terminology. I think with that, we're partnering with the Samson Project, I think the organization's called, which is Dorian's charity, and they support the LGBTQ community within that, because they have a specific journey. But women who are born women have the journey of what we traditionally known as what a female is. Being Black, those are the ones we're looking at. as being discriminatory, because that's the discrimination part that we're looking at. When a transgender female, well, it's a female physically, as in biologically you're female, but you have either taken drugs to become male, or you identify as male, or don't identify as neither. That's a separate, it's not the same journey, it's two separate journeys. So you would need to be versed in how to give that support. So the support that was offered to us, and the support I'm looking at, is the discrimination, the race part. So whether or not you're transgender or not, it's the reason that you will be discriminated against is for you being Black. So I don't think using mothers is going to, I don't think using mothers should cause offense either or, because if we change it to parents, mothers are good, because mothers are going to say, well, I feel offended because I love being a mum, love being called a mum. The whole process of being of having that title of mother, you know, is biologically a process for most women, you see. And if we change it, it will offend one group. But having mother there, which has been there forever, doesn't offend another group. Well, it shouldn't, because it's been there forever. The word mother doesn't offend. I think where it crosses in discrimination offense is if you don't allow that space for people who identify as. That's where the discrimination comes. If you only say that, oh, this space is only for one person. But I think labeling it as mother, because that's what you are, you're a mother, you're giving birth to life. I don't think it will be offensive. It's like, well, it's like someone saying that they're offended that we call women women and men men. Well, that's what we call them, you know. Or someone saying that they're offended because we call people transgender. We have to call some people something. We have to, the butt has to stop somewhere, otherwise we'll be worried about offending, well, everybody at certain points. But I don't think the word mother should be offensive to anybody, because that is a factual thing, and it's something that everybody has a mum and a dad. So I don't think saying mothers, because that's what they are, I don't think it will cause offense. I really don't. There are some people who will be offended by it, but there are some people who are offended by, well, everything, basically. I think if we change it, it will just open up a whole can of worms that I don't think we're prepared to support right now under the LGBTQ transgender community. That is a community with that really has its own specific support network, because it has its own specific journey. And I think you need a group that is really focused on that. It can't be a separate thing. It can't be like, okay, we're focusing on race and you know, we also include the LGBTQ. It has to be a focus. It has to be the main push of the group. So that's why I'm very dubious about it, because if I start changing it, it gives the impression that I know something about supporting that group, and I absolutely do not. So I am partnering with other groups that do, so that if anyone does come to us and they identify as male but is biologically female, who is pregnant, having a child, we can give them support via other groups that we partner with. That's how I want to go with that's how I want to support the LGBTQ with Black Voice Letchworth, because I want us to stay focused and on point. And I think if we take on, I know other groups have taken on both, and Black Lives Matter, they have movement of taking on it, the original thought of the movement was that, taking on everybody. However, I think for change to happen, I think we need to focus on why Black Lives Matter happened, which is because Black Lives Matter and Black lives are being killed. I think when we are discussing about LGBTQ issues and support, that's a whole separate subject. Is sexuality, race, two separate things, and it's a specific journey as well. So I think we need to give it the respect it deserves and give the people more, and who are fighting for that. I would feel very false, and just like I'm jumping on a bandwagon of something that I have absolutely nothing, I don't know anything about, and I'm still in the process of learning about, and that's two different things. We're not ready. We won't be able to do that. So I think we should keep it as mothers. That's what all the children's centers, that's what they do. They still say mothers. I think that when they say mothers, they don't discriminate against women who identify as female, and biologically were born, who identify as male but biologically was born female and is now pregnant. So you've got female reproductive organs, so you're still going to be treated as a female, and as a Black female giving birth to a Black child, that's the discrimination there. That's where they're discriminating against you, not because of transgender. Is because you are biologically a Black female and you'll be giving birth to a Black child, and that's where the discrimination comes in. So yeah, yes, but when that comes to it, with anything with LGBTQ, we give it to the ones that know. We have a list of, Kate was really good at giving a list of different LGBTQ organizations that can support Black people. But we need to remain focused on our aims, because otherwise we'll get sidetracked, because the LGBTQ fight is a fight on its own, honestly. Is that okay, Amy?
Yeah, I understand. And just in terms of like the phrasing that someone identifies as is more like they don't identify as that, they are that. It was more like they were assigned something different at birth. So that's just a wording thing. But yeah, I understand that, because I get where you're coming from. And also I guess it's that intersection of being a woman as well. A woman and being Black, that's the reason why, because you're a Black woman, that's why they're gonna discriminate. Yeah. So yeah, and just to let you know, I've finished the emails now. They all got sent. Oh,
you sent the reminders?
Yeah, I just did it. Sorry, that's why I was like looking off, is because I was sending them.
Yes, and you're right. Some people identify as male or female. Some people identify as gender fluid, and some people feel like they were assigned the wrong gender at birth. Either way, physically how you're born, you have a physical genetic makeup to how you're born. So when you go into the hospital and you're unwell, you will be treated for the physical, how you're made up, whether you feel within you were born with a different gender, etc. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have a baby within you, you will be treated as a female giving birth. That's how they would treat you. They will probably write transgender and write what people will need, but all of that information on your chart that you get will be specific to a transgender female. A woman who's born male giving birth, she will have a specific care. The two are separate, you see. It won't be one fits all, because it's a different journey and a separate journey. So this is why each of those groups, they need a separate group for their specific need, because the needs are different. You see?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
I know.
you can't.
Oh yeah, sorry. Were you?
Yeah, you know, go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know that. I'm fine with everything BVL's doing, and the separation. It's just like I saw so people say that rather than describing transgender people as they identify as women. It's just like more accurate to say they are a woman, but biologically they have the reproductive organs that are female. So yeah, that's everything on that. And yeah, I think we have the health people on Friday anyway, so we'll find out more about the
they're not
thing.
coming Friday. They're not coming from. They're coming March time, because they can't make Friday. She's busy, but I said to her Friday. Friday, the next one is the last Friday of March. So they said they will do a talk on vaccines, etc., which is another controversial issue within the Black community. Again, it's something I know about. I've made my personal decision with regards to it, but I am just here to provide a space again for information, and people just make up, their minds what they want to do. So they are going to come and provide the facts and information about it, what's in it, etc., etc., etc. So so people make an informed decision. So that's that with that one. So I hope you're okay with us saying mothers. All right with that. Just want to be clear. Why are you in here? I'm trying to find my drink. Okay. I'm in a meeting. Stop doing that. Go to bed. Yeah. Yeah. And I want to also highlight that I also understand within the it will be clearer to say they're just a woman, and the reason why, for me, I personally feel comfortable talking about that separation, just to be clear with people, because of those journeys being separate from a woman that was born female, and a woman who's considered a woman that was not born female. Does that make sense? Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
But this is something that, as the group gets bigger and we get more money, that's it. We're poor. That's just it. I'm just trying to keep us very small, focused, and having little wins, getting little wins here and there, and building our profile, and not raking in 500 million. Yeah, we can help everyone. But for now, we have to just watch, watch what we're doing, so we don't get sidetracked and pulled too thinly, as it were. Right, so that's that. More thing. Do you think that if we said mothers, that the transgender community will feel that the space is? Oh yeah. I'm just thinking that it's because it's welcome, but it needs to be. We need to, because we specify who it is. But what we can do is just ask the health people. I have asked them whether they're able to support with information on on maternity, post and pre. Now, if they come back to me and say yes, then I will say, does this include transgender females? And see what they say. And then if they say yes, it does, then I could say, okay, great. So I could then they could then have it, could do a talk and support, etc., information. So that will be fine then, because then it's not me giving the information, it's somebody that actually knows who they're what. Yeah. That will. Okay, well, I haven't heard back yet, and it's been a day and a bit, so we'll see what happens there. So so the plan, so BVH plan. So the plan is you're chairing. So if you can say what you said last month, okay?
Yeah.
And then the welcome. And something I wanted to add to you. No, let's leave it there because you're also doing the minutes. Yeah, that's why we did it that way. I've just realized. Okay, so should we leave the intro as is? So how I was thinking of doing it. You open, then I say work on you welcome. I do the about BVL presentation, and then we go straight into Glenn's presentation, and then we start with free conversation.
Yeah. So
you, me, then Glenn, and then free convo.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just writing it down.
Yeah. Yeah. The radio show, BVL radio show. So that's starting on the 1st of March. I've started doing the plans for it. I've got 4 interviews booked. I'm gonna do on Friday at 7, doing a couple, but they're only going to be a 5-minute interview, more or less, for 3 people, and then, or 2 people, I think, are coming on Friday. And then it's the what do you call it? Yeah, and then they're going to come to the first part of the planning meeting on Friday to record that, and then we have the meeting thereafter for that. Updates. So we've had an update back from my complaint about my interaction with the community surgery on Saturday. I've heard back, I don't know if you saw the email from the North Hertfordshire director, not North Hertfordshire, it's the Herts County Council, or the council director of some sort. I don't know if you saw the email. Oh, no. Oh no, that's the wrong email. Simon's just messaged.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hi all, hope you're well. I had changed my working time to join this. However, I now have an unavoidable court hearing on Friday. I will inform my inspector. However, I cannot agree that someone will be available to join. I would like to take the opportunity to introduce you to Helen Hart, palmed off to now the third person, who is currently covering Dee Ma's role in hate crime for North Herts Stevenage. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to say to that, to be fair. I'll leave you to reply. look at his face. His face, like she's like sleep. I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. I've got stuff to do. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I had a reply back from Anthony, someone or other, Anthony Roche, and trying to find what was written. So okay, so I had a reply back from Councillor Martin Steers. Councillor Martin Steers Hanscom. He said, dear Michaela, thank you for your email. Sue had let me know of the conversation she had with you. Sue meaning Councillor Sue Nwala, who was supportive of the meeting and agreed that it was complete racism. Said, I should first be clear that I'm absolutely committed to the council responding to the fullest extent. Oh, I'm glad he made little typos, because I made about 3 typos in my complaint. I was so tired and I just thought, you know what, it's done now. To the extent to the issues raised by the Black Lives Matter movement, as my cabinet colleagues and the staff leadership of the council, as I think he meant as are my cabinet colleagues and staff leadership of the council. We are happy to explain the action we have taken, respond and relays. Sorry, I'm so tired. And realize that to achieve real equality is a process and a conversation we would want you to feel a part of. I understand that a meeting is being arranged with my colleague Judy Billing and other colleagues to take forward our engagement with yourself and with Black Voice Letchworth. So I've copied her into this email. Judy Billing is going to be contacting us for our engagement with yourself. So something's going to happen. I have requested that they platform the Black Voice Heart meetings to Sue Nwala. However, it wasn't that she wasn't keen on it. I think she suggested that the council run it, and I said no, that wouldn't be possible because one, the Black people don't trust the government, and also it would be silly to run something that is support the Black community when it's an institution that is basically made up to destroy the Black community. It doesn't make sense for you guys to run it. And to be honest, I don't think they're ready to run something like this. I think they have a lot of work to do, hence Saturday. I've also copied in Anthony Roach, the council. Yes, so Anthony Roach is the council's the council managing director has contacted us, and my meeting and my complaint has been recorded, because I just made a note of saying that I didn't want this to be an us and them thing. I want them, strung up or anything. I wanted my complaint to be used as a way the council could be like, oh, okay, there's a little issue there. Let's see how we can solve that and put things in place, which they said that they've done. So again, we will see in practice if they've done that. Anthony Roche, he said, I absolutely echo Martin's comments and apologize for the experience you had. So I have had an apology. I am grateful that you have brought this to our attention so that we can improve as an organization. I will ensure that this is recorded, responded to, and lessons learned. Good. Okay, great. So it's just from our perspective, it's basically it's to let them know we're here. We're here to support the Black community for things specifically like this, and to build a positive and ongoing relationship with them, to support the Black community when things happen with them like this, and make sure that relationship is fluid, so it isn't combative. So I'm assuming there's going to be something like that, and or they're going to be accessing the Black voice to see how they can improve their own organization. Either way, I'm going to see whether or not they can support BVL in some way, either financially or otherwise, for our efforts. So I will be asking the question again at the meeting of the process for funding, because I think that some of our projects, not the Black Voice Hertfordshire project, definitely not that because that's independent, but possibly some of our projects funded by the council so that we can ourselves provide those things for free. Again, I'll bring it to, for the community. I don't know, we can look at that on a Friday, if that would be possible, because I just feel like the first time we were accessing the council, it was through these two people, Lee Ellis and Daniel Allen, who now have ended up being well racist. So it's probably wasn't the best people to kind of try out that process and what it actually is. So providing how this conversation and meeting with Judy Billing goes, I would like to find out about that. And if it's just as stressful, we can say, you know what, it was just as stressful. It was telling us one thing and then it's another thing, etc., etc., etc. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea, because I remember right from the beginning, Lee Ellis was never really, in summer, I remember it was never really someone who was helpful or did much action. So I think it'd be good to try again, because there's not really anything to lose and we could get funding out of it. So
yeah. And I think now, as they're listening to us, it's worth seeing what can be done or what they're willing to do. What else? Okay. The other thing was, I need to send you something to have a look at. So a counsellor from East Herts contacted me today. Counsellor, her name, Counsellor Tina Howard, and she said that she's having some sort of meeting with the police and the police along the lines of hate crime and faith, and the basically some meeting is happening along the lines of hate crime and under faith and anyway, Black community something or other, I don't know, discrimination something. So two things. She said she remembered at the meeting someone said that they had 20 things that I've just sent it to you by email. They had 20 things that the police can do to improve their relationship with the Black community. She said, I was wondering if I could be sent that, please. And I thought to myself, oh, okay. First person's actually called to have that. So I devised it for her. I know I said I wouldn't, but I did devise it for her because she offered actually BVL and promote the meetings. And with her being a counsellor, I thought that if she's willing to support us in any way, especially she said she was a teacher for 45 years, and she said that she's willing to help give advice on the virtual school packs, on how, you know, how to put it together, what teachers will be looking for, costing, etc. So she said, basically, let her know anything she can do to help. So have a brief look at it. It's a PDF attached. You should have got onto it.
Yeah, I've got it now.
Yeah.
Ooh, this must have taken a while.
It took me about 45 minutes to type up. But it's, I already had, I've been going in. I mean, I could have gone on for more, but I said 20 things is enough, Michaela. I mean, give the people a break. So thought 20 things is enough. Too little, not too much, just generous enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they asked for, so
yeah, providing they credit us, that's fine. So I'm happy for you to use it, but make sure you credit us and platform the meetings. That would be great. Said yes, you would. Yes, what would you think to those? Is that all right?
yeah. And yeah,
I thought it could be the first document of the dossier that gets added to. So some way we've got to find a way of putting this into some sort of I don't know, website or on an ongoing thing that we can do, that people can access. As in, you know, the people, as in either BVL itself or people that we okayed from the meetings to tribute to the dossier. Or we just get people to write in the chat and they contribute and we update on something. But the idea is that this is gonna like go into the dossier, the first bit. So yeah, so that's done. What else have I got to go through? Yep. I'm sure there's other updates. Okay, so yes, so there's the Women International Day, working with Loud Pursuit of Happiness, a couple of others as well, celebrating International Women's Day. This is an event that we were invited on board with by Loud, which is Pauline Stephanie's organization. Was not her organization, as she said, she's doing it with others, with another group as well. So yes, so we've decided to support with that. They are showcasing the Black Voice Letchworth film. I'm also doing the introduction, but you know that may change but I know the film is going to be there. That's the main thing. The film is going to be there and it's going to be showcased on the 7th. The other working in partnership we've got is working with the Interfaith organization. organisation, North Hearts Interfaith Forum, run by Christine Kell. She's been to a couple of meetings. So they are running in April a meeting talking about Black people, their experience through faith, and sharing stories. And she's got a Black pastor coming to do a talk, and I am showcasing the film thereafter. So that's a really good one. Yes, Shout and Whisper platforming us. The Hertfordshire Health Watch, they're showcasing us. Yeah, and I think for now, that's all the updates, the important ones. Yeah.
Sounds like we're getting showcased quite a lot now, which is good.
Yeah, because I was actually really surprised about the Health Watch one, because it's because so far we've had, well, I don't know, maybe about 80 people attended altogether to the meetings, and no one has showcased the meetings at all. You know, I don't think it's maybe conscious. People just got stuff on, you know, they're busy after the meeting, you know, they're doing different things. But to do that, you know, and they said that my contribution actually helped them to start planning for how they're going to support the Black community and a management and talking about it. So that was nice. So yeah, and then they did that. So that was really, really good, really promising there. Oh, and Simon has sent off that letter. We've got the petition now. How long is it going to take for the petition, Amy, to get okayed from the government?
They emailed me, so I'll just read the email that they said. I think they said it would be, where is it? It's really far down because I've sent all them reminder things. Yeah, so it says, your petition is nearly ready to go. 5 people have supported your petition so far. We're checking your petition to make sure it meets the petition standards. If it does, we'll publish it. Because of coronavirus, we have a very large number of petitions to check at the moment, so it may take a few weeks. Thank you for your patience. Once your petition has 21 signatures, it won't be able to add more until it's been checked. So please wait until it's been checked and published before sharing it with lots more people. So yeah, it says a few weeks. Mine in the summer took way longer than that, but as soon as it gets to, you know, a few weeks, then I'll send a follow-up email, because when I did that last time, it sped up the process.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll wait a few weeks. Yeah, and I think that's more or less it. Yeah.
That's good. Oh no, I thought you were frozen. Yeah, so we've got BVH on Friday, and yeah, that's this week. We're finished.
Yeah, it's just we've got all our the timeline. The timeline, we haven't done that, of when we're going to get things done. So we have all our projects and services now finalized. That's it now. We're done. I'm not changing it again. I think we've got enough on there with services and with the school. I think we've got enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
To start with and to develop. But we need to develop a timeline. Could you do a timeline, Amy, of when we're going to do? Did I sent you the times of when we're going to do stuff or not for all of them, maybe?
I don't have that, but yeah,
I'll get it for you.
thank you.
I'm so sorry, so
It's okay.
tired. It's just been I've been trying to send this since I've been trying to send, and I've got to email what's his name, Sam North. Is that not Sam North? Sam North, about, because he is put himself up for commissioner, and Carol Steiner said that I should email him with regards to what I'm trying to do, when I asked about the targeting act, etc., because he would know more about whether or not the Equality Act covers targeting, etc. But I just haven't had the time to do it. I was supposed to do that Monday and I haven't had the time. We'll get there though.
Yeah, I don't mind sending an email like that.
Could you?
Yeah,
could you, Sam Collins, make sure it's Sam Collins and not Sam North, because they're two separate ones. I get confused. Sam Collins came to the first meeting. He was the one who contributed the most and the best, actually. The ex-police officer. If you type in, he's a councillor for somewhere, a little village out. Yeah.
It's just, I think it might be Sam North, because Sam North came up on my Facebook the other day as running for police, like commissioner person. And a minute ago you said Sam North and then you changed it to Sam Collins.
So sorry.
It's okay.
It probably is. Google it, just make sure, because they are actually two separate people, and I don't know why I keep getting them confused. It's just hilarious that I keep doing that. Go back a bit. Right, so Sam Collins, councillor Sam Collins. Oh, so no, it's not Sam Collins. Sam Collins is black. And so don't send it to him. Send Sam North. He is up for commissioner. Yes, Councillor Sam North.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's up for commissioner. We also need to find out, what I want to do is also for the local elections coming up, not just for council, not just for the commissioner position. We need to know all the candidates for the commissioner position, and we need to know all of the candidates for local councillors and when those elections are, so we can post onto our social medias so people can see who they are, what they're for. We can make it very clear, etc., so people can vote.
Yeah, so that. And also people might see it, get inspired and decide they want to jump into local politics.
That's what I'm hoping. Right. Yeah, well, I think that's it. Yeah, the only thing I have to do is do my slides for Friday and get my radio planned. Yeah. So yeah, just a note as well. when we on Friday. Oh, did you do the feedback form?
Oh yeah, I sent it to you, but it might have got lost in your emails.
Oh gosh, yeah, we've got thousands, haven't we? You can post that if you can mention about the feedback form, if they can fill that out. If they can get it, if we can get them to do it during the meeting, because no one will do it after the meeting.
Yeah. I'll put it like in the beginning as people are coming in, I'll put the chat, and then like at the end as well, so that people can see it.
Yeah, so not at the end, do it like maybe 30 minutes before or 15
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah. Yeah, do it 30 minutes before, I think. Yeah, before it ends. Yes. Yeah, I think that's it. There's no questions. And devise, we need to devise, not devise anything, but type up Black Voice Letchworth and all our contact information and our social media, and encourage people to follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. That's one thing I think we need to mention. So it can be just mention all of this at the beginning, and post all of our contacts, including our Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, no, Twitter, Instagram. No one's on MySpace anymore. It died. Yeah, and post it into the chat so people know how to contact us if they need to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right then. I'm so tired. I will catch you on Friday.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.